here at Surfers Paradise. They're heading out on the ski, and there is our leader, the young lady of 18 years of age, Maddie Dunn. She's got 2 ski legs to go, and Guy Leach, this is the imperative part of the race, because this is where you can win and lose it right here.
Yeah, well, the swim leg, you're not going to have any problems other than maybe not catching your way in. You'll get out the back. The board, pretty much the same, except Courtney Hancock breaks that rule. But, as we see, second and third place coming in with Hayley Bader. Naomi Flood has come through the field, but the ski leg, as you say, Howie, that's the one where the craft is so hard to paddle. If you've ever paddled a surf ski, they're so tippy, and craft security is so important.
Now, the interesting thing, I think, from my perspective, is the fact that you've got a 17, 18-year-old leading with very little experience, first year in the series. Chasing her down are 2 girls that have a world of experience between them. So, it's almost like the David and Goliath situation, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I'd say ask Phil here. I mean, with Floody having 2 ski legs left, Naomi Flood, you'd have to say she would be a good bet to maybe get up to them.
Not only a good bet, the biggest thing is the back bank. If Maddie can sneak through the back bank without getting clipped, then it's going to be tough. We look out the back right now and we see some amazing waves dumping down, and it's consistent across the board. They've only got one little area to go out there, and if she doesn't get out clean, it could be the 2 girls catching up.
The interesting thing about Maddie as well is that she's only just started in the last couple of years paddling a ski. As we look at the race time, thanks to Ducati, 46 minutes 33. She's only new to the ski, relatively.
Well, what that does is that brings in nerves. So when a big wave pops up in front of you, you don't know what to do. There's either roll your ski, there's either punch into it, as Hayley's handler there gives her a little bit of a shove there.
Making sure she went around what she had to.
Hayley had words to say to the handler too, just quietly.
So Maddie's goal here is to just use your head. You can't panic. You need to, if a big wave breaks in front of her, she needs to make sure that she doesn't lose a craft, and she just waits it out so she gets a clean run.
What if that experience isn't there in the head? Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's where
the instant decisions, it's almost just reaction rather than using experience.
And that's my point with Naomi Flood. I mean, when you've got 2 ski legs to go, and you've got a girl who's sitting in second, third position, and you've got Hayley Bader who's been around forever, and you've got Naomi Flood who's the best ski paddler in the world, then Maddie Dunn's got some work to do.
Trev, like to get your ideas from the water. Maddie Dunn, she looks strong, and the girls behind her need to get through that break. And we can see Hayley Bader and Scream can't get through the break at this stage, Trevor Hendy. Neither can Trevor Hendy, apparently. We'll get back to Trev shortly, and this is what we're talking about. This is where Courtney Hancock led after the first leg. She got through this break. In the second leg, she got hit by this break. The girls have still got to complete a ski, then another board, swim and ski to round out the race. 47 minutes and 50 seconds into the event. We can see here, talk us through what happened.
Yeah, well, there's that shore dump, and if you go in on the wrong angle slightly, you'll get knocked off, and that's exactly what happened to Hayley Bader. I think when you start going on the ski, which Plato knows, in this sort of tricky conditions, and Trev, I'll ask you this, with going through a break like this, a lot of water moving, there's a lot of girls that will come off their skis on that edge.
Oh, there really is. And not only the skis, the boards too. The boards are absolutely, it's playing havoc on them today. And I was going to say before, someone that we remember from many years ago, Shane Horan, old like 5 times runner-up in World Surfing Championship, he used to always talk about the rhythm in the ocean. And it's no more evident today, because in the first half, Courtney Hancock was everywhere she needed to be. In the second half so far, she's everywhere she didn't want to be. And it's all about a rhythm, Sometimes you can be in that space and it just works out, sometimes you're not. And I tell you what, Maddie Dunn right now is about 2.5 minutes in front, 3 minutes in front. It's getting ridiculous, and she just keeps breezing on out. She's having a wonderful day at the office.
Well, just as we talk right now, Hayley Bader has come off the ski, knocked Naomi Flood off, and the best ski paddler in the world is having problems getting through the breaks. So if that's the case, we've got some real problems out here, because it is an absolute drama on the inside.
Well, we'll see that again in a moment as we go back to our leader. Maddie Dunn, meanwhile, she's just flying back in. This is all behind her. There's one thing hanging over her head, though. She still needs another board, swim and ski leg to come. We can have a look at the Telstra tracker. You can see the power of these waves. Look at that. She's at 12 kilometres an hour now, trying to ride that little wave all the way into the Beachfield Clayton. And when the girls are coming off, you keep saying to me they need to stay on their ski. How do you do that, Phil?
Well, she's being smart. She's picking the right alley, and rather than taking a big wave, we just saw it then. She pulled off that wave. She's in a bit of a trouble here now. She's thrown her legs over. Is this wave going to get her? See, she's using her head. If she was in front of that, the wave would have clipped her. She would have lost the ski, and the race would have been close to it being over.
What about the stress levels in her head right now?
It's not over yet, Leash. This wave here is going to come up behind her. What's she going to do?
Paddle.
This
She's
is
got
going
to
to
paddle.
hurt.
She's not.
She needs to get her legs over the edge. There we go,
Dunn
legs
just
over the
heard
edge.
you.
Let it ride in, nice and
Oh,
easy.
good girl. Well done.
Well, the camera shots then didn't show. She was actually a little bit further in front of the wave than we thought. But that's great surfing from a girl that hasn't been doing this a long time, Nick, as you were saying.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's about just minimising mistakes now. She's probably got 2 minutes lead. And I think Floody and Hayley Bader could be still trying to get out. So massive lead for the youngster. And she's got 1 leg to go. Can she hang on?
Great to see there that Floody and Hayley have actually been caught up by Geordie Mercer and the next pack that have come through. They've been challenged so hard on that back bank that they've been caught.
Hayden on the beach, all sorts happening down there.
At the Courtney Hancock's board, and how you can see the power out there. This board, it's nearly half a foot thick. It's lined with carbon fibre, and the power out on that back bank is just snapping these things clean in half. It's extreme, but what about Maddie Dunn? Isn't it amazing? I was thinking to myself, geez, Naomi Flood, she's got to get her. She's got to get her, but showing all the skills, showing all the smarts. We just don't want any more of this.
Hayden, next job for you, go and find Maddie Dunn's camp and start speaking to them about this young lady. We need to find out more about her. She's only 18 years of age. She's from Townsville. That's your next job, young man. You're doing a good job there, as is this lady, Maddie Dunn. She's leading. She's got about a 2-minute lead, if not bigger, on Bait Up and Flood, who are still battling away in that surf.
Oh, and if Naomi Flood can't get out through the break, I mean, she is by far the best ski paddler in the world. If she can't do it, it shows you how tough it is. And Clyde, I ask you this. For Maddie Dunn now, as Floody goes over a set wave here, it's not about how fast she goes now for that last leg, because she's got a big lead. It's about minimising the errors.
It's about the smarts. You talk about it day in and day out with your coach. You go down there and you talk about the minimalisation of mistakes. Now, if you can have a race where you cut out the slewing on the wave, you cut out getting hammered by the wave, that means you pull back. If you see a big wave breaking, you don't hit the gas. You take the brakes on and you wait for that wave to come to you rather than falling off. We look now, and Geordie Mercer's had a huge leg. She's got herself into second there in front of Naomi Flood as they turn the last ski can. Might even actually get over this runner here, which will give her a great little run away from Naomi.
Well, I mean, she showed at Porty that she loves the tricky stuff. She's on top of this. Will she go down it? That's the question. Well, she has. She's decided to go this one. Will this turn into a wave? This could get her right back in the thick of things. That's a great bit of surfing.
Showing all the skills of a Mercer, isn't she? She'd be loving it out there. She finished third in the last round in Portsea, and that was a real turning point from a confidence point of view for Geordie Mercer after struggling for the first 2 rounds.
She looked happier coming in where she did than the girls, than Floody who won it. She was just so happy to be back and show that she's actually still got it.
Well, you can have a look at the replay here, and this is the power involved with these girls. They're trying to get their weight back to get the front of the ski over, but they're just being thrown off. It's a bit like a rodeo, and as far as the overall, that was Tara Coleman coming off her ski. As far as the overall series is placed, this is having massive ramifications. Naomi Flood came in leading by 20-odd points from Brodie Moyer. Brodie Moyer is well back in the field. Courtney Hancock in third. She's back in 10th position at the moment. So at this stage, the way things are going, Naomi Flood, if she can get a podium position, can really extend her lead. Mercer holding on, using great core strength to keep that vehicle straight, trying to keep that ski headed towards the beach field.
She's had an amazing ski leg. She went in a long way behind the Olympian Naomi Flood, and she's actually come out a wave in front, so hats off to Geordie. She's had a wonderful paddle there.
I'd like to take my hat off to all the girls today.
Yeah.
They are tough conditions out there. I mean, if you've ever tried to go out in tough surf, it's hard enough as it is. Go out on the board and a ski and go flat out for an hour and do that. I mean, they're just incredible what they're doing.
Well, Naomi Flood still sitting there right behind Geordie Mercer, but that was a sensational board leg. Of course, we still have Maddie Dunn out in front, and she's a rookie to the series. So we're still looking to see where the Hayley Bait Up got out, because she was going out with Naomi Flood on that ski leg.
So Maddie Dunn, we'll soon see what type of lead she has on the field. Geordie Mercer, I believe she's coming across in second position. And Naomi Flood, she's also showing great form. A 3-minute and 1-second gap is the gap between Dunn and Flood and Geordie Mercer. So that has opened up into a massive gap as the girls still trying to get out.
Big one there. Hayley Bait Up still caught in that pack. There she is there to the right-hand side with the black and pink ski. She went out with Naomi Flood. Now, she got clipped by that little tiny shore break, and that's just changed her whole race.
So she's been there for 6 or 7 minutes.
Oh, at least. And the thing is, you get so tired you use up all your bickies, and you mentally just get broken by the fact that you're coming second.
She's turned around.
Mate, she's nearly going to have to, but she might aim herself up to work out the best way out again. So I think she's got dragged down the beach onto the bank. When you're on the bank, the waves break, and you just can't get in. So she might actually have a look at it.
No, I think
she's devastated.
She's in tears.
Absolutely devastated. Unless she's actually come in on a wave, been turned around and looked like she was still going back out, which I think that's what's happened. So she's actually completed the ski leg. We got that wrong. She's been flipped around on the wave, so she's back in it. She's all right.
So that puts Hayley Bate up in 4th position. We can have a look. This is Bate up now on the left, going for the wave, doing everything she can, and you can see there, you were spot on, Guy Leach. The ski is spun around. It's horizontal with the beach at this stage.
Great surfing. Let me tell you, the way she did that, Clado, hung onto the ski, slid back on, got back in the seat and did that. Great bit of surfing.
Right, just to get you back, Phil, amidst all the action of what's happening, Maddie Dunn, 55 minutes into the race. She has a 2-minute 45 gap. You can see her there in first place over Geordie Mercer. 15 seconds back is Naomi Flood, and then the girl we just saw, Hayley Bate, up in this 4th position. They're on the board league. After this, we have 1 swim and 1 ski. That is all that is away from an 18-year-old from Townsville, causing one of the great upsets.
Can I tell you 2 things about Maddie Dunn? One of them I think that you will like. She's a twin, which I like. I've got twins. She also barracks for Hawthorn.
Well, she's a clever girl, no doubt about that. Good luck to Maddie. She's still got a long way to go. The swim and the ski to come. Stick around. It's big at Surfers